Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. And if you will, like, share, comment on the post, and then, if you will, look with me in 16:16. Not the year, but the chapter, 16th chapter of Acts, and the 16th verse. And let's look at a story from Paul and Silas's journeys. It says, as we were going to the place of prayer, we were met by a slave girl who had a spirit of divination and brought her owners much gain by fortune telling. She followed Paul and us, crying out, these men are servants of the Most High God, who proclaim to you the way of salvation. This story is one that is pretty familiar to us and has an interesting lesson and story. As we look at it, we see really the power of sin that has taken over in this young girl's life. She has what is called here the spirit of divination or fortune telling. Is what she is doing, and the word that is translated there for this spirit is the same word where we get our English word python, and it was part of the ancient rituals and God worshiping the Apollos and all those things that was there. And this young girl is said to have that spirit. And so thought that she was speaking a voice of God was what they were thinking. That the Bible makes it clear that this is an evil spirit, that this is not a good thing. And people came to her wanting them to give them tell them their fortune. If she was walking around today doing that, people would be going to her asking her to give them the numbers for the lottery drawing, that kind of thing. They wanted them to tell them what to do, what not to do, what to avoid, so that their future would be good, so that they could their fortunes would be increase. So maybe they could find things they had lost, or maybe they could understand their past and what had went on. Just whatever questions they could come up with was the things that they would go to her for their asking. Now, obviously, it says her owners made much gain. This wasn't free. When they came to her, and they asked her a question. They had to pay her masters. They had to pay the bill, and so they were making a lot of money off of her and her fortune telling, her work. And you can make an argument that her owners were as possessed as she was. They were possessed by greed. They were possessed by power. And so they were attempting to take advantage of this situation over this young girl. And so this young girl is following them around, saying these men are servants of the Most High God. There's a lot you could say there about that, but it's amazing when I read that and I think about the fact that even the demon-possessed girl recognized who Christ was. The Pharisees didn't, the Sadducees didn't, the Jews didn't, but this young girl recognized who Christ was and walked along behind Paul and Silas, saying they represent Christ. They represent the Most High God. This little girl, young girl, had a better testimony than the religious leaders of the time. And that's a sad statement, but serves as a reminder for you and I today to consider our testimony and what is it that we represent. Do we stand? Again, we have a girl here who the Bible tells us very plainly is very clearly is possessed, and yet she's acknowledging that these men are serving the Most High God. certainly today, as we go in and out, we can bear testimony and bear witness to the name of God, to the power of God, to testify to others of the goodness of Jesus Christ. You think about it, and we'll see you here tomorrow morning.